hits.
Very beautiful Monday morning it is right here in the city of Ibadan. On the newspaper review from the studios of Yes Ma Radio, the first media academy radio, transmitting live and direct from Yemi Sonde Media House, Yemi Sonde Christian Felele Express Bus Stop, Felele, right here in the city. He gets jealous easily. All right, I have the Nation and the Nigerian Tribune with me this morning.
The Punch and Daily Post newspapers.
What are they lining at this point in time from the Nation newspaper? Get out from the
Mo is buried.
Wow. So says Urobo Union.
ZLP clears Ondo deputy governor as candidate.
And still staying with the Nation newspaper, Cameroon thanks the Nation newspaper for today. I still have 11.5 billion naira smuggled into NDDC's proposed 2020 budget, says IMC.
And my last
more is what we have for you this morning. Let's get down to the
Academy Radio.
Hello, media practitioners. Are you a journalist, a broadcaster, advertiser, public relations manager, public speaker, or manager? You can always get perspectives. The world today is absolutely media-driven, and you need to keep abreast of the operations of the new media. At Yes Media Academy, we have communication and media scholars. Media are available at .com. Email yesmediaacademy1@gmail.com. You can come straight to Yemi Sonde Media House, Felele Express Bus Stop, Felele, Ibadan.
Nimet International Pharmaceuticals PLC, they do NCP, now the protection we every home need.
All the hits, one station.
It's the newspaper review. Let me go straight to the first paper details that we were taking from the Nation newspaper. It has this headline that says EFCC presidency widens Salami panel's mandate, and you have that right there. It says committee granted judicial powers to hold public sitting. The Presidential Investigative Committee on Activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has been granted judicial powers. It was lent at the weekend. Chairman of the panel, Justice Issa Ayo Salami, a former president of the Court of Appeal, and his members will operate in line with Section 1 of the Tribunal's Inquiry Act. The panel has also been mandated to conduct public sittings. It has so far been sitting in camera at the presidential villa in Abuja. Its report is expected to be submitted 45 days after its first public sitting. It was gathered. The panel has been examining activities of the EFCC under the stewardship of suspended acting chairman Ibrahim Mago between 2015 and 2020. The Judicial Commission of Inquiry can sit in Abuja or other places, and upon such days, as the chairman may determine. Among other things, the panel is charged with probing high-profile local and international cases, including that involving Mrs. Dezeni, Alison Maduke, and others. The $9.6 billion judgment against Nigeria by Process and Industrial Development (P&ID) and complaints by the UK National Crime Agency (NCA) in London. You can check it out for full details. It's on the pages of the Nation newspaper, and it has the headline EFCC Presidency widens Salami's panel's mandate, and the committee granted judicial powers to hold public sitting.
I'll be starting with the Punch newspaper, and my first story here says, mourners defy COVID-19 regulations as Kashamu is buried. The remains of Senator Buruji Kashamu were laid to rest on Sunday around 12:45 p.m. in his Ijebu Igbo home in the Ijebu North Local Government area of Ogun State. Kashamu, who represented Ogun East Senatorial District on the platform of the People's Democratic Party in the 8th National Assembly, died on Saturday at the First Cardiology Consultant Hospital, Lagos, from COVID-19 complications. Mourners who thronged his country home betrayed emotion as the body of their benefactor was brought out from his room for interment. When it was time to bury Kashamu's remains in an Islamic way, the mourners defied social distancing protocol to bid him farewell. The crowd could not be controlled by security agents when the body was brought out of the building. Those present at the burial were the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, the Senator representing Ogun East, Leko Mustafa, former Ogun State Deputy Governors, Senator Gbenga Kaka and Shegun Adeshegun, and the State Commissioner for Environment, Abiodun Abudu Balogun. Also at the burial was the former spokesperson for ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, Dr. Reuben Abati, who was Kashamu's running mate in the 2019 governorship election, as well as the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Olakunle Uluomo, who is buried.
And still taking my story from the Nation newspaper, JAMB to shift 2020-2021 admission dates. Tertiary institutions academic session, it was learnt yesterday. The date may be picked in September for the kickoff of admission processes for 2020-2021 academic session. On the table for discussion is the possibility of institutions either delaying or prolonging their screening exercises to accommodate candidates who will be taking the 2020 O-level examinations conducted by the West African Examination Council (WAEC), National Examination Council, and National Business and Technical Examination Board (NAPTEB) will be put on the table during the meeting. In June, during its policy meeting at its headquarters in Buhari, Abuja, the board had announced that this year's admission will commence on August 22nd. The closure of schools as a result of the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic is affecting the about 1,352,988 candidates who scored above in this year's Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). Most of them are candidates with awaiting results. The same applies to 930,305 candidates that scored 160 and above. Very long story concerning JAMB, and you have that story with the headline JAMB to shift 2020-2021 admission dates. I know how it would have been if you were seeking admission.
It would have been devastating. I mean, having to sit an extra year.
Goodness. We'll go back to school. No.
Eventually. Tankers drivers strike begins as talks with Lagos fail. The Petroleum Tankers Drivers, a branch of the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, has said its planned strike will begin today, Monday, because it has not reached an agreement with the Lagos state government. The national chairman of the PTD, Mr. Salimon Oladiti, said this in an interview in Ibadan on Sunday. Oladiti said, and I quote, "We don't have much to say. If the issues of extortion and harassment of our members are addressed, we won't go on strike. But if these issues are not addressed, we will go on with it. Security agents and hoodlums are extorting money from our members, and officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority use taser on our drivers, and this can kill. We have been reporting to the government, but nothing has come out of it. The state government called us to a meeting on Saturday, but nothing came out of the meeting. We are still waiting for them to call another meeting. We will still present our demands to them, and if they are ready to address them and we see the commitment, we will not go ahead with the strike. But if they are not ready, then there is no going back on the strike." The national president, Nupeng Williams Akporea, And the General Secretary Olawale Afolabi had in a statement on Friday directed the tanker drivers to begin the withdrawal of the services as from midnight on Monday. Tankers drivers' strike begins as talks with Lagos fail.
All right, and I hope this is not going to cause a commotion.
Exactly.
And
hiked price in
oh my goodness,
petroleum. We're still battling with one.
Honestly, okay. All right. 11.5 billion naira smuggled into NDDC proposed 2020 budget, says IMC. The Interim Management Committee, IMC, of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, on Sunday alleged that 11.5 billion contracts were smuggled into the agency's budget. It said the non-essential contracts were for the supply of desks and chairs to schools in the Niger Delta. The NDDC has also petitioned Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu over the non-supply of 4,800 benches and desks by 7 contractors. The jobs are valued at 1.623 billion naira. The IMC has been at loggerhead with the National Assembly over the probe of alleged financial reckless and maladministration in the NDDC. Acting Managing Director of the agency, Yemi Sonde, and Director of Projects, Cairo Ojuagbo, accused Senate Committee Chairman Senator Peter Nwaboshi and House of Representatives Chairman Olubunmi Tunjojo of being direct beneficiaries of agency's contract. Both have denounced the allegations. On Sunday, Ojuagbo, according to a statement by NDDC Corporate Affairs Director Charles Odili, queried the rationale behind the 11.5 billion naira non-essential contracts for the 4,800 chairs and desks, wondering where they will be deployed in. Ojuogbo assured that the Commission will resume the inspection of its project across the Niger Delta in spite of distractions. He clarified that the Ponde-led IMC had only paid for verified jobs that were done over the years. Very interesting story to actually go read. And you have the headline. It says 11.5 billion naira smuggled into NDDC's proposed 2020 budget, says IMC.
ZLP clears Ondo Deputy Governor as candidate. The National Executive Committee of the Zenith Labour Party has cleared the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Mr. Bola Ajayi, as its candidate in the October 10 governorship election. Ajayi, who lost the primary of the People's Democratic Party to Mr. Eyitayo Jegede, was said to have finalized arrangements with the national leadership of the ZLP to contest the election under the platform of the party. He was said to be planning to officially resign his membership of the PDP and announce his defection to the ZLP. Confirming the development, the Ondo State Chairman of the ZLP, Mr. Joseph Akinlaja, stated that the clearance of Ajayi had been done, adding that the Deputy Governor would formally join the party this week. ZLP clears Ondo Deputy Governor as candidate. You can pick a copy of the Punch newspaper to read further on the story.
And going straight to the Vanguard newspaper, graft allegations. Malami writes Buhari says he is not corrupt. Lists income sources. And you have writers there here that says ads. I duly declared my 27 property before CCB. I ran successful minister. As Nigerians begin to pry into the financial status of the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, the minister has proactively written President Muhammadu Buhari declaring he was not corrupt and has not taken a dime from the public till now. He listed in the letter all the sources of his income before he became a minister and how he came about them. The AGF also declared that he was already a wealthy man, having been engaged in interest-yielding ventures such as hotels, farms, food produce services, spanning over 20 weekend. Malami said he was compelled to write to the presidency in order to clear his name and set the record straight in the wake of what appeared as a deliberate campaign of calumny by his detractors to tarnish his hard-earned reputation. Quoting Malami, since my appointment as a minister in your cabinet, I have conducted myself strictly within the confines of the Code of Conduct for Public Officers contained in Part 1 of the 5th Schedule of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended. Graft allegations. Malami writes Buhari says he is not corrupt. List income sources. And you have writers there that says, I duly declared my 27 property before CCB. I ran successful businesses and earned income before becoming minister.
Reading from the Daily Post, NCDC confirms 437 new cases of COVID-19, death toll now 945. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Nigeria currently stands at 46,577. This is as the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) has confirmed 437 new cases of COVID-19. NCDC disclosed that Lagos State has the highest number of fresh cases with 107, followed by Abuja with 91 and Plateau State with 81. The agency made the disclosure via its verified Twitter handle. NCDC also stated that 33,186 COVID-19 patients have been discharged, with 945 deaths recorded. NCDC confirms 437 new cases of COVID-19, death toll now for 945.
All right, quickly before we leave this morning, prophet arrested for impregnating sisters, defrauding mother of 2 million naira. The police have arrested a man said to be the founder and general overseer of the Church of the Lord at Olumore in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. In a statement on Sunday, the police explained that the suspect, Prophet Ebenezer Ajigbotoluwa, was apprehended by the men of the Ogun State Command for defiling and impregnating 2 underage sisters. His arrest followed a report by the mother of the victim, who reported at the police station Lafenwa that she fell sick sometimes in 28 church premises to avoid being afflicted with the same sickness. The prophet was said to be having sex with the girls who were 16 and 13 years unknown to their mother. The pastor impregnated the 2 underage girls and went on to procure abortion for them in a private clinic. It's a very lengthy story. If you're interested in that story, you can please check it out from the dailies this morning with the headline, Prophet arrested for impregnating sisters, defrauding mother of 2 million naira.
All right, my last story here is from the exciting world of sports with the headline, Europa League fixtures, Man United, Inter Milan in action as quarterfinals begin. The Europa League quarterfinals kicks off on Monday. This year, teams that have qualified for the last 8 will play in a mini knockout tournament in Germany. Each team plays a one-legged tie instead of the regular 2 for a slot in the semi-final. On Monday, Inter Milan take on Bayer Leverkusen and Manchester United face FC Copenhagen. Wolverhampton Wanderers clash with Sevilla on Tuesday, while Basel plays Shakhtar Donetsk. The semi-finals were played on August 16 and 17.
All right, and that will be all. I wonder which of the matches Yoboro will be playing later today. But you definitely have the opportunity to join him by 4 p.m. on Eridaraya. Yes, a big thank you to Rashida Adejumo for keeping it real and